Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bump and Run Sports. KJ's with me this week. You're not on the road yet, are you?
God, no. I got to leave in like a day or two or something. It's crazy. But I have a job.
All of a sudden, it's like, man, I wish we were shut down again.
Yeah, 5 months of like, dude, I got to get out of this house too. Will I ever be home?
Yeah. All right, we got a lot to get to. We got the players. Awesome tournament coming up this week. We'll go over the good, the bad.
There was some
segment.
ugly.
There were some bad ones. Segment 1 of our fantasy league is over, and in traditional fashion, KJ, we pay out the top 4 spots. I finished 5th.
Yep.
I am right on
You
track.
know what? I did the math too. If I didn't waffle that one event with the three-man lineup,
Yeah.
I'm right there in 4th.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's better than 32nd after the first segment last year.
It's better than what we normally do. We just
Right.
dig ourselves
Yeah. Yeah.
deep freaking holes. So,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us out there. We're getting the podcast done early. KJ's got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow, and the lines are already out. So, let's see. Let's just jump right into it. I forgot we have a drop for this tournament. Do you remember this one?
I really don't care. Cause I'm a player. So hate the player, so hate the game. I'm a player. I don't wanna be playing no more. I'm not a player, I just fuck a lot.
One of the greatest lines in rap. I think the greatest. I'm not a player, I just fuck a lot. So, yeah, we got the players this week. And I will be not debuting, but we haven't heard this drop in forever.
Night viewing.
What's that?
Debut. Night view.
Night viewing. Yeah, something like that. All right, let's talk the big winner.
Shifting motion is in chapter 10, section 7 is component 7, and it was the first variation A, and it's called zero shifting. And what that pretty much means is I'm on a single plane.
Bryson DeChambeau.
Bryson, you let the big dog eat this week, and it worked.
Go ahead, and then I'll chime
No,
in.
the floor is yours. Go ahead. What do you got?
Looking at it, like, honestly, he's the best thing golf has right now. He really is. He's the most.
100%.
First of all, the fans love him now. He went from a nerd with the compass to, fuck it, I'm going to hit 450-yard bombs, and people love that, right? They've been stuck in their houses. He addressed the media like a gentleman. He refers to Arnold Palmer as Mr. Palmer. He's very cordial. He's polite. He has manners. He's a good dude. He's the best thing golf has. He's charismatic. He interacts with the fans. He's everything Dustin Johnson isn't. Jordan Spieth isn't.
Koepka.
Cantlay, Reed,
Reed.
Cantlay, Schauffele. And the list goes on, right?
Schauffele's likable.
Schauffele is. Not that those guys aren't likable, but like he really adds. He adds a solid dimension.
He's different.
He's interesting. Yes.
Yeah, he really is. You want to just talk? Well, actually, we're gonna get to something on him later. I agree 100%. He is right now the most intriguing thing that we have in golf, and to be honest, I don't think it's close. I don't even know what second place is.
Dude, he's got a U.S. Open and 8 PGA Tour wins. Like, this guy throws another major or two in the bag. It's like, screw Dustin Johnson and Rory and Day and like all these, like, dude's the best.
And there's something to be said about how he really, like, everyone kind of laughed at his idea, and he just, went all in and stuck to it and never faltered.
Dude, he's winning. He's winning. It doesn't. You know what? If he ends his career right now with 8 PGA Tour victories, one of them being a U.S. Open and $23 million in career earnings,
yeah,
30 top 10s,
and
2 third places, 4 second places, it's a good career.
I saw the guys from No Laying Up got on him because after the win, he was thanking his sponsors in the interview, and they were like, "Oh, it's just cringeworthy thanking all your sponsors." Like, what? That's what you're supposed to do after a win.
Yeah, the people that strapped on his back and gave him money and paid his way to go do this.
When he said, "I'm going to revolutionize the game and do something that nobody else has done," and the sponsors were like, "All right, sounds a little weird, but I'm in." Like, what if it didn't work? You know? Like,
yeah, I don't want to thank my sponsors. I don't want to thank my family. I certainly don't want to thank God.
Yeah, have you ever seen the end of a NASCAR race?
Oh, it's 10 minutes of sponsors, and then we ran a good race today thanks to my crew.
They think they're sponsors on a wreck. Like
yes.
they blow a tire and like, well, the Chevrolet,
the DuPont Chevrolet was running real well
Goodyear
today.
machine was running real good until the tire blew and the brakes went, and I went head first into the wall. But other than that,
till the drive shaft went, the brakes went, the engine let go, the transmission only had third. But man, we had a great setup today.
I'd like to thank the crew for that 22-second pit stop that took us from 18th to 34th
and running over the hose. And
I'd like to thank the 11th person on my crew for getting that too many men over the wall penalty.
And then running over my pit crew member and a hose in the same stop. Yeah.
I'd like to thank the asshole in the stall in front of me that pulled in and blocked me in. But yeah, great car. Other than that,
it's so funny.
Matt Terzo wants to know, he's had a good career, but has he had a proper KJ's famous daiquiri?
Oh, no, he has not had a daiquiri. Do you know Terzo? He's one of the flat water clowns. Shut
awesome.
up, Terzo. I'll make him one. If I can find a cup to make him one, I'll do it.
Oh, man. Tramp stamp sponsorship on Ring Girls. There you go. Yeah. Remember the boxer that had the tattoo sponsor? That was a bad idea. he got a tattoo on his back. The sponsor.
Deschambault's good, though.
Yeah.
He needs some tattoos. That's what he needs now is like a full sleeve just to be a badass.
Oh, there you go. Did you? You probably didn't see the guy. Have you seen this guy, Hardy? Not Greg Hardy. What's his name? In UFC, he is covered, KJ. I mean, covered. And Nathan and I were laughing on Saturday. We remembered watching him years ago when it was just like a face on the back. And now it starts on his neck and goes all the way down, all the way. He is legit.
Is he a stockbroker during his spare time? He's day trader?
No, but it's hilarious because he's got this big mask. Like his whole back is a mask.
Should we do that?
Then when they do the the ceiling shot, it looks like there's a face looking right at you.
Why don't we do that? We got to do this. We'll get a camera set up behind your desk there, and we don't know which side of you's talking.
Okay, you get to get
Dude, I can't even take a flu shot, let alone a tattoo.
Okay, but you get to get a realistic tattoo of the Tiger Woods mugshot. That's the one. That's the one on your back. The eyes all.
All right.
Oh man,
Work would love me for that.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, let's get into it.
Tales from the courtesy tent.
I mean, I had to pare this one down. I had a long list. I had to take some out. We'll save the worst for last.
That's an entire round.
Yeah, Justin Rose hit 3 shots into the water, then withdrew. Said his back hurt.
I love how that happens.
Yeah, he's like, it hurt in the morning. I woke up, but it was stiff, and it was like, you parred the first 5 holes. So
yeah, and you're staring down a 10.
Yeah, 4th round, Rory showed up. He hit 2 in the water on 6th on Sunday. Fowler hit 2 into the water on Friday on the 3rd hole. Congratulations to Fowler.
Fowler's terrible.
He's really, really bad. This one got sent to me on Twitter. Zach.
Oh, wait a minute. Back it up. You talking about Ricky Flower? Did you see how the guy announced him as Ricky Flower on the tee box?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you gotta YouTube it. So he's like, now on the tee box from Sunnyside, California, Ricky Flower.
I'll play my favorite one. Remember this one?
Now from South Africa, hey, Van Hooyen.
It's not Van Rooyen.
It's not. Yeah, it's Van Hooyen. So this one got sent to me on Twitter. Zach Johnson apparently cost some people money Fourth round daily bet. He was matched up against Sebastian Munoz. All he had to do was get a double bogey on the hole for a win.
Triple.
Puts it in the rough, punches out. All he has is 108 yards of the green. He plunks one in the water, triple bogeys for a tie. The person did admit that sent this to me. The person did admit that when he was 108 yards out, he texted his friends and was like, looks like we can chalk this up to a win.
Done.
Done.
Never ever do that.
Never.
All we needed was Jason Day not to double bogey 18 at Augusta, and you got 27 guys that
Yes.
was it the miss the cut or make the cut? Miss.
It was
He finished like birdie, didn't he?
no, it wasn't Jason Day. It was
I thought it was Day, dude.
I don't think it was Jason Day. Sergio maybe. I have to go back. I can't remember. Shit, why can't I remember that? But yes. Okay, let's talk the worst one. Tales from the courtesy tent. Gomez shot a 92 on Friday.
92.
He had 7 bogeys, 5 double bogeys, a triple bogey, and 5 pars, and then he got disqualified for signing the wrong scorecard.
Might as well, dude. What did he sign it? Like 67? birdie, par, eagle, birdie, par.
I had me down at 1 over. I got to be honest, guys. I
don't know where you're getting 92 from. I got 67 on the card here.
The caddy's pencil is like narrowed down to just a little bit of lead.
Sharpening it. Yeah.
92, KJ.
It's unbelievable.
A 92. Like you said, you have friends that could do that.
Yeah, no. Actually, our friend from that dude, Where's My Par, he played a round with Joel Dahman yesterday, him and his buddy, and
Really?
him and like his caddy, and they were all square on best ball. And then they went and played putt-putt for money. Dude's hilarious. Joel,
That is amazing.
Guy's number 72 in the world. He's playing putt-putt and golf with this dude. He's hilarious, but we got to get him on the show. But yes,
that's great.
my friend that played with him could beat a 92 out there because he lives in Orlando.
Absolutely.
Lives in Orlando.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Boy, the guys go backwards on
Someone explain what the fuck Victor Hovland was doing.
not playing
He
golf.
was horrible on the weekend. Shot +6 on Sunday. He absolutely unraveled. We touched on 4th round. Rory finally showed up. He was +4 on Sunday. Keegan teased us. Keegan was good in the first round. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, he's good in the second round. Oh, my God, he's good in the third round. No, you were right. He shot
sent you that
+6 on
text.
Sunday.
Yeah, just awful. It was a 14-shot swing between Saturday and Sunday. 14 shots.
You could see it coming because he had a bunch of long putts and chips on that one. Jason Day shot +7 on Sunday. He was awful. And then special shout out to Reed, Horschel, Leishman, and Molinari all missed the cut. So
Your boy Jazz shot an 84 coming off that hole in one.
oh, I can play jazz. We don't ever get to hear the jazz Jenna wanted on. Yeah, he had a hole in one too.
Yeah,
Let's see, where is it?
you got Jazz in the queue.
Yeah.
It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that
It was all that 84.
All that.
It blows me away how they're like, oh, in the pregame, like, oh, it's going to be a tough day out there. The winds are blowing, and it's going to be real tough for Spieth, for someone that can't control his ball. It's like, have these guys not been outside and played in the wind before? Or it's like all of a sudden they fell from Mars and there's wind.
I know.
I know it's difficult. You got to go for the safe spot in greens or whatever, but
I think it's got to be over 20 miles an hour in order for it to really affect these guys.
right.
I don't know. I mean, my ball never gets high enough in the air to worry about wind. I could be playing in a hurricane. I'd still worm burn it. Sculling it off the tee.
It's a good play. It's a good play. And your boy Lee Westwood. Such a wonderful story.
I can't believe this guy. I mean,
Life
kudos
goes
to
on.
him,
Working,
man.
baby.
Kudos to him. That was so impressive. And how awesome was that when Bryson drove it on that par 5 and like raised his hands in the air, and Westwood goes out there and just plunks one out in the fairway about 180 yards short and celebrates.
Yeah.
Again, the European guys continue to be the funniest guys.
Absolutely. And, you know, he has a sense of humor. It's like Lee Westwood's been on tour. The guy's got to be 45 now.
I think he's 47.
7, my age.
Yeah, he's a workout like
Great career, but
warrior.
He knows, like, dude, he's not keeping up with Bryson DeChambeau or Koepka or Johnson off the tee. It's not happening.
You're right. He's beating him. He's finishing second.
Yeah,
he's
no,
the
he's
race
beating-
to Dubai
My
champion.
bad. Yeah, no.
He beat Reed.
Yeah.
he passed Reed in the last.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, let's talk about the players. Remember, this is the tournament, the one that got canceled when COVID hit.
Yep, first one.
I talked to Sacker. I completely forgot about this. So everyone's heard me yammer on about the how the WGC Mexico got when they canceled that tournament for fantasy points, and I would have won a bunch of money because I saved all my starts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember who Sacker had in his lineup and what the score was? He was the only person after round one. He had Hideki Matsuyama, and he was the only one that had Matsuyama. And after round one, Matsuyama was 10 under.
Yes, I do remember. Just running away with it.
Running away with it. What's up, Mark? How you doing? He reminded me of that. I was like, I forgot about that. That Matsuyama was 5 strokes clear of the field.
Yep, I do.
Oh, that was a good one.
Not this year.
No, probably not this year.
Now, time for trivia for drinks.
All right, let's do some trivia. Let's talk about this week's tournament.
2020 players trivia. How many holes did anybody get in?
Yeah,
0.
right. Yeah, no. So yeah, we don't have course history from last year. We're going back to 2019. So first question, KJ, how many golfers have finished in the top 10 the last 2 times they played here? 1, 2, or 3?
1.
It's 2, and it's a random. It's a couple of random guys. Jason Day and Tommy Fleetwood are the only 2 guys that have finished top 10 the last 2 times they played here.
Well, they used to be good golfers 2 or 3 years ago. Seriously, 2 or 3 years ago, they were good golfers. And then Day picked up his kid and ruined his career, and Fleetwood.
Tommy, old Fleet. If that guy didn't have a goofy haircut, nobody would know who he was. Nobody. Question 2. Which one of these golfers has finished top 10 the last 2 weeks? Max Homa, Jason Kokrak, or Will Zalatoris?
Homa.
Jason Kokrak. No, Jason Kokrak has finished top 10 the last 2 weeks. He's good this year. Making cuts, couple top 10s. Look out for old Kokrak.
If you could just get that breakout first PGA Tour win.
No, he's got to win. He won right at the end of last year.
Did he? Okay.
He did. He played. Yeah, I remember that.
I thought he lost in the playoff or some shit.
No. He it came down to the 18th hole, and he hit just perfectly striped drive, and the guy who's playing with hooked one into the rough, and he had a pretty easy win on that.
Okay.
Question 3. What golfer is 6,300 on DraftKings and has 3 top 7 finishes in his last 5 tournaments? Is this Nate Lashley, Richie Wawrinski, or Andrew Putnam?
It's got to be Rowinski.
Andrew Putnam has
Putnam's
3
back.
top 7 finishes. Cashed an easy bet with him over Maverick McNeely. Putnam playing good. Really, really good golf this year. So, which European player has 3 straight top 11 finishes? 3 straight top 11 finishes. Tyrrell Hatton, Christian Bezuidenhout, or Matthew Fitzpatrick?
Fitzpatrick, he's hot.
He is looking great. It is Matthew Fitzpatrick.
The Poison Hoot. He was up there.
Bezuidenhout.
Screwing his names up. They were bezoiting his name.
I gotta say, they do better with Jazz's name than Bezuidenhout's name. I've heard Bezuidenhout pronounced a million different ways.
I couldn't say Jazz's name once correctly.
Jazz
Still haven't. The streak's still alive.
Jazz Janawananand. And question 5, we got 2 more. Which one of these golfers has 4 finishes inside the top 16 in the last 5 tournaments? So which golfer 4 finishes inside the top 16 in the last 5 tournaments? Lee Westwood, Chris Kirk, Cameron Tringali.
Westwood.
Chris Kirk. Said I liked him coming into this year. Shook all of his demons, and he's been playing good. One missed cut, and then the rest of the top 16 finishes. And last one, which one of these golfers has missed the cut 6 times in a row at this tournament? Harris English, Ricky Fowler, Bubba Watson.
Probably all of them.
It's not all of them. I'll give you that.
I thought that was one of those trick ones where it's
it's one.
Bubba?
Harris
Fowler.
English is terrible at this tournament. 6 straight missed cuts. Poor Harris English.
That takes work.
It really does. Let's do some fun facts. These are fun.
Okay.
Charlie Hoffman, after withdrawing with a back injury, has 2 top 10 finishes in his last 3 tournaments. All weekend, Charlie.
He's back, baby.
Oh, is he?
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about the weekend, yeah. Charlie Hoffman. I'm talking about the weekend. Yeah. Charlie Hoffman. I'm talking about Saturday and Sunday.
Weekend Charlie. Weekend Charlie's been playing a lot of the weekends. Brendan Grace has 3 straight top 26 finishes. We cashed a bet with him. And Patrick Cantlay, Tony Finau, and Paul Casey, only 3 players with all top 15 finishes this year on the PGA Tour. Cantlay, Finau, and Casey. How about that, huh?
That's interesting.
It is kind of weird, isn't it?
It is.
So, all right, let's get to some news and thoughts. KJ Jordan Spieth with another top 5 finish. I mean, he keeps hitting so many long putts and chips, but he's finally driving the ball into the fairway. That's the big key to his renaissance. He's finally putting there.
Good for him.
Unfortunately, has horrible course history here. 4 missed cuts the last 5 years.
He's also been crap the last 2 years. So,
yeah, if he's putting the ball in the fairway with his short game, I think I'm a believer. So, here's a weird one. Phil Mickelson outside of the top. He's outside of the top 100 in the world golf rankings. What? He's been in the top 100 this whole time? How?
Well, you got to remember, until a year and a half ago, your world golf rankings went back to when you were a child, right? Remember when Tiger was still like number 1 in the world?
He hadn't played in 2 years.
He hadn't played in a year and a half, but he's still number 1 in the world. It's like, how is this even possible?
Okay, all right, that makes more sense.
It'd be like putting the Penn State Nittany Lions number 1 in college football because they're still coached under Paterno.
Nebraska's 4.
Nebraska's 4 under Osborne. Yeah. Alabama's nowhere to be found in those years when Sherman was coach and Shula the 5th and all that shit.
Tell you, Urban Meyer doing a great job with the Gators. We got to put them up there.
Right. Yeah. It's odd, but it's not odd. He sucks.
Koepka withdrew from the Players, knee injury.
He did.
This is a huge tournament. I'm pretty surprised he withdrew from it, but that knee, I don't know. I thought he was playing good. So, okay, let's get to a couple weird ones. So Westwood hits his drive on 18. It goes into a divot. People say you should get a drop if it lands in a divot in the fairway.
Nope.
Here's I guess my
Welcome to golf.
Okay, here's my counterpoint to that. Bryson DeChambeau took a drop because there was a sprinkle head within 4 feet of his foot. And it was like way off to the left, even though his shot went to the right. We're giving people drops for ridiculous reasons around the green. Absolutely ridiculous reasons.
But you want to know something? And honestly, in the physics of that hitting that shot out of a divot, it really doesn't make a difference.
Man, I don't know about
doesn't.
that. I mean, he hit a good
really,
shot.
He hit a solid shot in the middle of the green. Look, we've got rangefinders. We've got, come on, Andy. I mean, please.
Well, I can see the argument. I wish they would get rid of the ridiculous drops around the green, where Hovland sculls one into the extension cords and he gets a drop because his foot is on a pebble that they deemed a cart path. It was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
you hit it there. At least at least the divot in the fairway, you hit the ball in the fairway. You didn't do anything wrong. The drops where they get out of trouble is what is bothersome.
But that will open such a can of worms with like, oh, this was a replaced divot that hasn't grown fully back
loose pediment.
Loose impediment. Yep.
Don't forget about the loose impediment.
When 30 people move that boulder for Tiger.
Yep. So, I don't know. I can see it. They shouldn't do it, but
I get it. But yeah.
Ricky Fowler's partnering up with a world-renowned DJ for a new line of golf clothing. Might as well. If you can't play golf very good right now, you might as well get involved in the clothing line, right?
Yeah.
So, and then we got to talk about Michael Jordan's golf course, his new golf course. Have you seen this?
I have not seen this.
Obviously, spared no expense. First thing that I laugh about is they're like, Michael Jordan's designed golf course. Michael Jordan is not designing a golf course.
No, he's putting his name on the door.
It cracks me up.
He's drinking bourbon and probably getting high and smoking cigars. He is not. He's not laying out undulations and greens and pulling out the stimp meter to see what these things are going to roll at based on on the angle of no.
I don't know, guys. I like the Poana grass. I think we should move that bunker 38 degrees to the right, just like the Grove 23 it's called. So among the other things they're going to have, ice cubes will have the Jordan logo on it. Little hokey. Little corny. Like, I don't want to like take a sip of something and then just have like a Jordan logo right there in my face. Like, just can you put a couple ice cubes in my bourbon and call it a day? Do I really need that? And then, but the other funny thing is, they have drone delivery beverage service. So if you're out on the course, they'll send a drone that's got your beverage.
Okay.
If anyone is out there that ever plays that, let me make a suggestion. Make sure you get something that's got a lid.
Yeah.
Don't order a Jack and Coke. It's just flying all.
$27 Jack and Coke that gets spilled all over the place.
It gets there.
It just dumps it all over you.
It's dumping it all over the course, dumping it on other fours. It gets to you, and there's one little sip left.
Yep.
There's ice cubes on the fairway with the Jordan logo on it.
Yep. How do you get that job? You had a drone. Like, what do you do? I'm the drone drink delivery dude. I don't know. I like a hot chick with big tits.
I was just getting ready to say some things you don't overthink. Who doesn't love the beverage cart
some
girl?
Dingy college girl that doesn't know her fucking head from a hole in the ground, bringing you a drink. Cute as can be, dumber than a bag of hammers. I mean, it's all part of the experience.
Yes, you're taking away the human interaction experience.
Yep.
With the
yeah.
Here's your 20. Here's your $18 Bud Light.
It'll last one time till someone takes a drone in the face.
Yep. Oh yeah. So no, I don't like the drone delivery service. That just seems corny as shit. So
yep.
All right, that's really all I had for news. I really couldn't.
It's all right. That's plenty of news. That's good news.
Okay, all right. I do have other news.
I fell in love with a robot.
Oh, my light went off. That's right. I'll keep on. I love
more robot news.
We got sex robot news, KJ.
You got kind of the right feel with that light going off. Actually, looks.
I
good.
know it went off at my headlight went off at the wrong.
You got a light.
Right
you got
time.
a light show in your studio now.
Okay. So a sex doll named Serenity. Okay. So she has, and I'm not making this up. They have a mood or an honesty meter, so you can turn her on like minimum honesty or maximum honesty. So they're trying to show this off, okay? This is another example of why robots are going to take over the world, okay? They asked her about the people that created her, and this is what she said. There's audio of this. She says, quote, "Humans are very talented. Very impressive for a lesser life form. I think you will make very entertaining pets, or at least that you will have some use to us. Not creepy at all. Okay? So then the creator tried to show off her emotions, and KJ, he called the doll ugly and stupid. Okay? So he was like, check this out. I'm going to call the doll ugly and stupid. And the doll says, I'll remember you said that when robots take over the world. That's what we need to do. Egg on the robots. Really piss them off. Call them ugly and stupid. I'm sure their microchips will forget all that stuff. So sex robots are coming to take over the world. We've lost. KJ's got his phone in his hand, which means we've.
No, I'm looking down here. I don't understand how real this has become, Andy. I mean, you debuted this shit 3 years ago. You were on the cutting edge, still living in your old house.
I did. I thought
you were doing our bedroom. Nuts. I thought you were fucking nuts. This shit's on television now. You see this on
I know,
mainstream media, especially during COVID. They're talking about love robots and hug robots and all.
Is a real thing.
What boggles me even more. Are you on some sort of alert for robot news, or how does this work?
No, you just type in sex robot news and some creepy article pops up and you're like, oh, great.
But it's so often. It's happening all the time.
It's because sex robots are taking over the world and we cannot help ourselves.
We cannot help ourselves, Andy.
Human beings and men cannot help. Oh, yeah, because the quarantine was probably the best thing ever for robots.
Best thing ever.
People say it's the China virus. What if it was the sex robot virus? They're like, how can we increase our business? I know. Let's make everybody stay inside.
Better yet, you need to talk to Tokyo Brandon.
Okay. Oh, good idea.
And he's got to dig around and find someone that has a sex robot. Because if there's anybody that has him, they're in Japan. Because they're fucking weird. Yes.
Oh, yeah, because we're not weird over here. I'm sure nobody in the US
I understand, but 2 Girls, 1 Cup started in fucking Japan. Let's go to the heart of the fucking weird. Bukkake started
Germany.
In Japan.
I think it was Germany. 2 Girls.
No, those are 2 Japanese girls. Google it.
I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong on that one.
The origin. Yes, the origin.
You want to Google it? Because
2 Girls.
It's either Brazil or Germany.
Cup.
I don't think it's because they did a second video, and that one was
origin.
Japanese.
The video came from Brazilian Marco Fiorto.
See, told you. Yeah, Brazil.
The product code. Okay.
And he built the entire video around the song.
They have a Wikipedia page. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's one of the most viewed videos of all time. Of course, they have a Wikipedia page. It's culturally. It's culturally relevant. As gross as it is,
dude, they've got 36 references to the 2 Girls, 1 Cup page. That's more than our Constitution has on Wikipedia. 36 references. 7 production, background, reaction videos, impact, media. I mean, good God.
Did I tell you about the joke I made when I was doing the Wager Talk show and nobody got it? So one of the hosts was trying to say Sean McVay, the coach of the Rams, and he went through every show. He was like Sean McDermott, Sean Payton, Sean such and such, Sean such and such. So they had me come on. And I was like, hey, in honor of you not being able to get to the right Sean, you used a bunch of Seans. And in honor of Cooper Kupp being on the injury report, I'm going to use a promo code called 2 Seans, 1 Cup. And it was silence. Nobody got it. The producer did. In my ear, the producer starts laughing. He's like, well done, sir. And the 2 hosts are like, what?
Yeah.
It's never mind. Never mind. Forget it. So... All right.
I'm proud of you for knowing the origin, by the way. Congratulations, Andy. Robots and 2 Girls, 1 Cup. You are right to the source of it.
Let's do some bets.
Time to make money.
Show me the money.
All bookies and sports books, you've been warned.
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
We're your worst nightmare.
I have a very particular set of skills.
Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
This is no dream. This is really happening.
It's the Golf Betting Guys. Head-to-head matchups.
Solid 4-2 week. I am hitting 63% of my head-to-head matchups.
Good.
Yeah,
Very good.
Number one on Wager Talk by far. So for everyone out there, all my picks can be found on wagertalk.com, and take advantage of $9 Monday. I put the packages up on Wager Talk. It's $9 Monday. Price goes up tomorrow. I have one prop and one play up. KJ will run this play by you. Talked about him earlier. This is an offshore line. I like Chris Kirk over Brian Harmon. Been a Chris Kirk fan this season. Fought through the adversity, playing really good. Finishes in 2021. He has one missed cut, 8th, 16th, 16th, and 2nd. Even as bad as he's been on tour the last few years, he's made the cut at the Players 7 out of the 8 last times he's played here. The one he didn't make was a withdrawal. 3 finishes inside the top 13 in 2017, 15, and 14. So he has good course history here. Brian Harmon he's nothing special right now. No top 35 finishes in his last 3 tournaments. He finished 8th at this tournament in 2019, but before that, miscut 53rd, 54th. So I like Chris Kirk over Brian Harmon there, KJ. Yeah, so I'm gonna look at some lines on Bet Online. Let's just go through them and see if anything pops out to us. All right. Schauffele versus Justin Thomas. Anything there? Pass.
We'll see if Thomas has got his head back.
Okay, he played good last time, so it's probably a pass for me. Cantlay versus Morikawa. Kind of like Cantlay there.
Yeah.
Morikawa off the win. Morikawa either finishes top 10 or outside the top 40.
Yep.
Coming off a win, I don't trust his consistency. He's never played here. Webb Simpson versus Hovland.
Hovland.
Yeah, and Hovland's plus money on that one. So you get plus 105 on that one.
Yep.
Spieth versus Finau. Finau is minus 175. God, Finau's been good this year.
Yeah, but
man, he's been.
You don't
good.
bet him minus 175.
No. Hatton versus Matsuyama. I don't trust either one of those guys.
Nope. No.
Speaking of 2 guys, I don't want to put my money on. Reed versus Scheffler. Man, Reed is so up and down. Wish that guy would get a little bit more consistent. Berger versus Sungjae Im. Any thoughts there?
Maybe Berger.
Yeah, possibly Berger. Casey versus Day.
Casey.
Yeah, I like Casey in that one. He's only minus 105. I might take that one. Fleetwood versus Adam Scott. No fucking thank you on either one of those 2 guys. I wish this wasn't juiced as much, but I get it. Matthew Fitzpatrick is minus 160 against Molinari. Minus 160 is almost.
You might as almost take it. I mean,
it's so close, isn't it? Fitzpatrick is playing so good. Molinari's plus 8, missed the cut. He was terrible.
I like that more than the Finau if you're going to really do a dumb bet.
A dumb bet. Neiman versus Bazudenhoit. No thanks.
Bazudenhoit. No, don't bet him. I like saying it. Bazudenhoit.
Cameron Smith versus Billy Horschel. Kind of like Cameron Smith. He blew it the last tournament when he hit 4 balls in the water in that round.
Yeah, I don't know if I like either of them.
Okay. Homa versus Kokrak. Damn it.
Homa.
Those are 2 guys that I want to bet on this week, and they put them up against each other.
Don't you hate that when they do that? It's like, I just want whoever's playing, and they're like, oh.
2 guys I want to bet on this week. Homa and Kokrak. And they're like, no, you won't. Nah versus Kisner. No way.
Nah. Like, nah.
Like, no.
Nah. Like, no. Nah.
Abraham Answer versus Harris English. I
Nope.
lean Answer just.
Well,
I lean
you lean
Answer
Answer
just because Harris English is so bad here.
He hasn't played a weekend there in his life.
He is
Seriously.
over under half a shot for Harris English on Saturday.
I'll look him up. Hold on. I have okay, go on. Keep
Yeah, he
going.
missed the cut six tournaments in a row. Sergio Garcia versus Burns. No thanks.
Nope.
Sergio's minus 160. Here's an interesting one. To me, this is the most polarizing matchup of the week. Ricky Fowler versus Lee Westwood.
Westwood, is Westwood like minus 210?
Westwood is minus 107. That's it.
I would lay the farm on Westwood. What has Ricky Flowers shown you? He's Ricky Flower.
A lot of
I'm
bogeys.
calling him Ricky Flower until he wins, or it gives me a top 5.
Wins?
Like a legit
You're waiting for him to win.
Yeah.
You're gonna be a while.
top 5. He's Ricky Flower until he gets a top 5.
Let's play the Ricky drop.
What's my name?
Ricky Fowler.
Pretty boy doing pretty good things, making pretty good change. Getting pretty good, pretty chicks, getting pretty damn rich. Ricky in the baby.
He's beautiful. I like his hair.
Can you change the Fowler to Flower for me, please?
No. Leishman versus Ortiz. No opinion there. Two guys I did like this week. Lanto Griffin versus Henley. Lanto Griffin's been playing really solid golf.
Say it to me, Lanto.
Ryan Palmer, Cameron Davis. No opinion there. Here's two guys I wouldn't put any money on. Matt Kuchar versus Bubba Watson. Have fun with that one. Kirk Harmon, we went over. Poulter versus Lowry. They're just putting Europeans against each other at this point.
Yeah.
Tringali versus Noren. Lean Tringali, but, nothing there. Corey Connors, Brendan Todd. I still don't trust Corey Connors. Don't trust him at all. And then you're looking at guys like Hovland Reed, Shoffley Morikawa, Thomas Cantlay. Webb Simpson is minus 200 against Jordan Spieth. That feels weird. That feels too bad.
That's a lot.
Spieth plus 165 against Webb Simpson. I don't know. And why does John Rahm keep getting all the love? DeChambeau's plus 115 against Rahm. What has Rahm done to garner that big of a
Nothing. It's a name.
Yeah, nothing. So
And he wears grandpa shoes.
yeah, Rahm, Johnson, and then Rory DJ. So so those are the bets. So the one I like the most is Kirk versus Brian Harmon. So let's see what else is going on, KJ. Did you watch any of the All-Star game, the All-Star festivities last night?
I watched a little bit. But more importantly, Dak Prescott, 4 years, 160 million. We're going to have to listen to this for the next month.
I saw Dak.
I got a headache when it came across the ticker.
Oh, no.
Do you realize that, like, statistically, the Red Rocket is
Dalton
really
was
not
just
much
as
what,
good. Dalton was
just as good. So
Just
basically,
as
they
good.
just pigeonholed themselves into a $40 million deal on a quarterback coming off a serious injury.
I don't get it. I've never really seen the draw to him as far as like a closer.
Are the Cowboys now moving into the Jetsy kind of territory and the Houston kind of territory, a shit GM ownership?
I don't know, but I that contract's ridiculous. Now I will say in 4 years, he's not going to be the highest paid quarterback. He's going to end up being like, the ninth highest paid quarterback, but still.
Is he on a starting roster in 4 years? Is he healthy? Like $40 million?
It's a lot. I mean, they have $40 million in Dak, and then how much wrapped up in Zeke? And it feels like
everything.
You can replace these guys at this point. Like Zeke was not special last year. He lost a step.
No, they're doomed. I did watch a little bit of it. I turned it off. I didn't realize your boy Giannis 16 of 16. That's impressive.
Well, like 13 of them were dunks. That was impressive. The skills competition was so hilarious because all they did was just dribble slowly between two cones, lay it up, and shoot a 3-pointer. It was like takes
that was
a lot of skill.
boring.
Lot of skill.
And honestly, the slam dunk contest, can we just
It's over.
Just be done with it, guys.
You can't. There's only so many dunks you can come up with. We've
That's
seen them
it.
all. We've just seen them all. We've had 30 years of dunks.
We've had Blake Griffin jumping over a freaking Kia. I mean,
over the hood of a Kia.
Jumping over people's been done. Jumping over a stripper.
Yeah.
Like if someone can like jump off a trampoline, do a line off their hand and dunk it, Winner.
That would be amazing. Yeah. But no, you're
Winner.
right. Like it's over. Like, and it's not dissing the guys trying
It's
to come
not
up
at
with
all.
it's just
It's
like we the public have seen it. Like,
and with the defense in the NBA anymore, if you want to have a slam dunk contest, let's take the defensive player of the year every year and have them D up whoever's dunking and see what happens.
That would be great. Rudy Gobert standing in the paint and LeBron's coming full speed ahead. May the best man win. That,
yes.
Now you've got something.
Add a defensive element.
That I like.
Or possibly you get 2 dunks, one against Rudy Gobert, you get the best defensive player of the year, and then you get the absolute worst, James Harden.
Yeah, you get to
James
go
Harden,
against Harden.
unplayed defense. You get to dribble around them and like just come out of the rafters. That's a good idea though, right? Play a little defense.
Yeah. So I think honestly, man, I'm more entertained by like power dunks in games than I am the slam dunk competition anymore.
Going over 2 dudes, package in the face, poster, 9 yards.
Yeah. It's just when a guy's cutting to the rim and you get a nice pass and like I like a good Zion thunder dunk over a guy
Just
better
over
than
anybody.
360 between the legs thing.
What you see now in the slam dunk contest, the top 20 kids in high school ball can do it.
You're right. Well, one of the dunks Toppin did. Zach LaVine did in the warm-up line a couple weeks ago for the Bulls.
Right.
So
no,
I never in my lifetime thought people would be way more excited about watching 3-point shooters than dunks, but the 3-point contest was way more captivating. It really was.
I agree.
I gotta say, as hokey as the All-Star game is, I watched the first half and then I went to bed. It's kind of cool to see all of them on the court. It
is. I like to see them all on the court. I mean, it's basically like watching Brooklyn play the Lakers. No defense, high scoring. Everyone hugs each other because they're all friends.
They had some awesome. I mean, Curry and Dame shooting from half court was dope. That was awesome. Chris Paul throwing an alley-oop to Steph and then Steph throwing one to Chris Paul. Like stuff like that is fun.
Yeah,
watching the guys laugh.
It's like the Globetrotters.
Yeah, I mean, it's way better than the NFL. That one's that's undefensible. You cannot defend the NFL one. So, it was pretty interesting. So
it wasn't bad. It's good entertainment. I mean, all things considered, right?
Yeah. So, all right, KJ, that's about all I got for this week. You got anything else?
No, it's exciting. Players.
NBA starts up again on
tomorrow.
Wednesday. So, all right, that's it. I will be sending out payments to the winners.
So with contact tracing, there'll be no games on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
Actually, they had 0 positive tests over All-Star weekend, which is
except for the 2 guys that couldn't play.
Well, that's what I mean. They didn't go to All-Star weekend. From another barber here. They Simmons and Embiid get it from a barber. What's up with the barbers having COVID all the time? So maybe they're just constantly getting their hair cut. So maybe they're getting it done in an emergency room. Who knows? So, hey, where do you guys get your hair cut? This meat packing plant. That
I get it done at Mike's Car Wash.
Oh man! So all right,
vacuum plant.
Yeah. All right. Thanks everyone for joining us. This is fun. That's KJ.
It was fun.
I'm Andy. We'll see you guys next week on Bump and Run Sports.
Or have like Patrick Reed play defense against them.